Greetings, everyone! My name is Netherville, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Mega Man Maker. In today's weekly morning live stream, as usual, I'll be covering a combination of both Veerspin levels and other levels I found online, primarily focusing on the former for the next 2 to 2.5 hours. Then I'll showcase art that was posted on the server. Welcome to stream Buster, Jedok, Sunflora, Paul, Zen, J Butters, Power Simplified, Jaden, Raccoon, all the watchers on Twitch, and anyone else who I missed. Hey Sylv. I mean, sure, you can call me Etterville, Etter, Eater. So first on today's lineup is BK94 Jungle by Oscarm, 17 play score 3. Well, I don't really care about that show, Sylv, even if the intro is mimetic. Okay, nothing behind the waterfall. There's also a bed of spikes down there. It's a good thing I didn't just try going for jumping down. No art review, just an art showcase. Hey Buster. So the plan for this weekend is kind of packed. Let's see. Tonight I'll be returning to Eden Genesis. Tomorrow morning, Partners in Time. Tomorrow evening, the return to Steel Bros Wonderland. Maybe. Okay. Too slow. I mean, you're allowed to talk about whatever game you want, as long as I'm not playing it right now, or playing it very soon. So go right ahead. Oh. I don't know if in the original game it was this quick. Alright, that took longer than expected, but now it should be a lot easier. Especially as there's an oh, yeah, I see it. There's a wall there. How come I'm not doing meme reviews or meme showcases anymore? Simple, I'd rather be covering video games and the like on the channel, instead of focusing 1 to 2 hours per weekend on memes and stuff. Memes aren't so much of an issue, it's the React showcases. It turns out people end up sending a lot more reacts, and because they end up being longer and not as related to video gaming, those get boring a lot quicker. At least with memes, they're usually shorter and sweeter, and they don't over belabor the point. Let me fix the chat size. Okay, that's better. I mean, I still go through them on my own time if something it looks interesting. And again, I always prefer, unless it's urgent, just send it on the Discord server itself. Especially like if it's gaming news in general. Like, if you really need me to react to something on a prompt basis, and you want other people to see it, just post it to the Discord server and ping me. Save DMs for more important or private matters. I'll be playing Kaze and the Wild Mask sometime. I do own it. From what I've heard, it is basically like an easier version of DKC. Again, fortunately or unfortunately, it seems like most of the people who attend these streams are only really interested in Mega Man. And to a lesser extent, Mega Man adjacent stuff. We've gone over this spiel a few times. People who watch the indie game videos, they don't actually usually watch the streams, they watch it in their own time. Hey, Woomy. Again, that won't change unless we get more active indie... I will say people do watch the indie game stuff, just not during the streams. Which again is fair. Why J Butters? Because it's in the video game pop culture zeitgeist again. Yeah, I am happy. Especially J Butters with your insights. When I used to do memes and reacts, yes, for the most part. More like 2 W's, J Butters. If we count the movie franchise, then it's 2. Again, the art showcase is at the end of this stream, so it'll be part of the maker-up video. People in general love the characters, but not so much the games. That's a nice way to say it. Success. Oh yeah, whoever said if I'm gonna watch Zombietropolis, or was it? Nah, I already have enough series I'm gonna watch later. Way too many. Yeah, I don't need that E-Tank. I'm good. I mean, when I was way younger, I used to be much more caustic with criticisms before I went into YouTube, but then I realized that's not really enjoyable, or is it really accurate? Especially if I haven't played it. Like, I'm gonna meme on games I meme on games I haven't played all the time, sure, but it's never out of pure spite. Sorry, when I was younger, I was not really into brain rot. To be fair, we didn't even call it brain rot back then. Well, the one or two people responsible are either gone or banned, so... finished. And yeah, I agree, I will me. That's one of the reasons I stopped doing it. Plus I realized that, it ended up being the same things over and over, so it got boring. Oh no. We may have a little bit of a problem here. Let me despawn this. That's better. And yes, there's also a difference between criticizing indie that some small group of people obviously put a lot of work into, versus criticizing horrible practices in the video game industry that are mainly centered on the AAA spheres. I'll talk more about indie when I actually get to their games, but that'll depend on a few... oh shoot. That'll depend on a few factors. Like I do have... well, okay, let's put the Mega Man Zero aside. ZX, 9, 10, whatever. Let's talk about their other titles instead. Oh, I'm sorry. Woodman doing the shuffle like that is hilarious. When I eventually get around, for example, to Azure Striker Gunvolt 2, I'll have a lot to say about that. And no, I am not risking this here. Oh no. That is going to be its own discussion. I'm not going to save it for that. I don't feel comfortable talking about it in a regular stream. When I get to Mighty Gunvolt Burst, I will have to mention it, but I'll do it in passing. I'll say this, I don't find their games severely inadequate, but I wouldn't... From my perspective, they have a very... Their games are usually not that well-rounded, barring stuff like, again... Blaster Master. So, if you like the topics that... So, if you like the gameplay style and topics showcased in the story, you'll like it. Otherwise, you'll notice the deficiencies and shortcomings a lot sooner. Am I gonna sing in Azure Gunvolt? Maybe. I'll be playing the PC version. I mean, I may do it for an S-post later, but I can't really speak Japanese, and so if I do it, it's gonna come out horribly butchered and... No. You know, with escort missions, it depends. Like, that's one example I'd accept, Buster. The other one is if the escortee actually grants you a lot of buffs. Or you can carry the escort yourself, or you could potentially carry the escort yourself to go through it faster. Or of course, there's also the reverse escort missions. They're also neat. Like, I talked about Toy Commander, and I really should LP/stream it again. They had their own unique take on the escort mission, where it kind of felt more like a reverse escort mission, but even though it was labeled as escort. Controls and Kaze were amazing. Good. Yeah, J Butters, your criticism of Kitsune Tales started out as funny, but it was getting kind of overly caustic and grating and repetitive at the end. Like, I agree with the general consensus. I agree with the general criticisms, but it was getting a bit too harsh there. Not a bit. And unhelpful. I am going to finish the game, yes. Especially with the second character, considering her moveset's more interesting. But, yes. Especially considering the game has a level editor. A pretty advanced one. Which game are you referring to as mid? Last Guardian? Anyways, second up is skill test, very hard. 1 checkpoint per area, no enemies, by Nervin. 16 plays, score 3. I don't know. Oh, Kitsune Tales. Yeah, I found the game to be mid. Like, I know it's very obviously based off of Super Mario Bros. 3 for the NES, but I don't know, it didn't really hit the mark in terms of level design. Why is that there? Oh. I see. I thought it was gonna ask me to do something crazy like do a double jump somewhere else. Thank you for the helpful arrows. It begins. I played SMB Tree on the channel and streamed it. My issue isn't so much the level design, functionally speaking. Like, the difficulty progression's fine. It's just that the variety in level designs, the variety in level teaming and different challenges is kind of not as good as SMB Tree. But like, to put it another way, my main issue with that game is there should be more level variety. It begins. I don't know if we'll be able to beat this stage, but we'll see. Wow, I forgot to switch it now. Too far. If I'm too close, it will never spawn. Too far, I fall. Oh my goodness, that worked. Run. From what? Fires? Oh my goodness. I didn't notice the spring. Okay, don't hold the spring button for that one. Gonna have to stop there. I hesitated. Oh no. Well, at least the ending's right there. I thought this was gonna be twice as in length, but no. Huh? How am I supposed to do this? Okay, no double jump. Oh yeah. If I turn this off, I immediately drop like a rock. Most stages don't actually remember this functionality to Star Crash. Here it's mandated. This is one of the stages where I'm really thankful base does not have the ability to double jump. Otherwise it'd make these jumps so much harder. That was me. I hit the corner. Bingo! See, despite the... Oh, wait. Can I just get launched off there? You know, despite how scary this looks, It's actually much more readable because of... It's actually kind of readable because of how the sections themselves aren't that long. So it doesn't really have checkpoint starvation issues. But this may be a very insurmountable challenge for me because, can you see the oh, wait. Hang on. I was hoping that would align me, but it doesn't. So I need to affix myself to the wall and then reposition there. As you're well aware, I don't like these sorts of jumps in Maker because they are pixel perfect. It's not so much the jumps, but falling into these spikes. Falling between these spikes, which is a huge problem for me. If this was Magwell Tree, it wouldn't be so bad, but here it's... well, very unforgiving. I'm okay with every other section, but these sorts of jumps, or these sorts of squeezes, no. Not unless it's a more, Kaizo-esque level. Okay, Eagle Mask works like the Squawks in 2. You have 4 Master Fighter fun to use. Hitbox generous. Tiger Mask is your favorite. No, I don't, Buster. Will you share the name? Darn it. That sounds awesome, actually. 2 pixels leeway. Yeah, that's basically Kaizo level. I mean, this stage has already died Kaizo with the challenges it throws at you, but I'm okay with most of them up to this point. I was okay with all of them up to this point because they aren't that long, and they're very specific of what they want you to do. But this one, I know it's specific with the pile driver. The problem is, I have to squeeze into something which has very tight pixel margins, so I can't do that. I'm sorry. I can do it on very random occasions, but I can't consistently pull it off. I understand this stage is very difficult, but there's very difficult and then there's doing that consistently. And I'm not a trained Kaizo player, so I'm just gonna skip past that part. That's why I don't like one-tile gaps in this engine, one-tile gap challenges here. Okay, it's not so bad if you have to jump over a one-tile gap. Like, let's say there were... Let me get to that part of the challenge to demonstrate. Oh, it's a good thing it's linear. See, if I was jumping from here up to here to another platform, I don't mind as much because you have more time to orient yourself. There's solid ground. But when you're falling from top to bottom, you don't have that luxury, so... less time, more urgent, more chances for failure. So... problem solved. Huh? Oh, right, yeah, let's get rid of that. Okay. Tap jumps, please. See, I know this is also a tight squeeze, but look, it's 2 gap. And of course, there's another one right after. The fact that my primary weapon is turned off also messes my pattern of switching. So, I keep pressing it too fast. The usually in principle is... Yeah, let's skip past this section and see what's up next then. Okay, squeeze this, press the button, go left, jump. Do the pile driver here. You see, go down here, press this switch. Go up here, pile driver here to hit this switch. Get up here, exit the part of the stage. I'm gonna say this. I would just make this a 2 wide and then move on like that. Making it just a 1 gap doesn't really add much to this section because the rest of this section is just focused on the pile driver hits. Let's focus on that instead of this pixel precision. So resume. It did. Like the rest of the section is exactly what I expect to happen. So let's try this. Okay, timing one. Oh boy. Yeah, spring doesn't work. New arm rocked. Evil Spike Man. Did I miss something here? Let's see. I need to be basic at here. Did I miss something? I'm supposed to play his role. Okay. Let me see. Oh, the switch. I see the problem. My bad. I forgot to make the switch there because I thought it was supposed to be still his base. That's fair. Alright, roll time. Let's go. Oh my goodness, now it's even more... With base, you have a bit more leeway with this, but with roll... I know now how evil it is. Let's see how much leeway there is with spamming this. Fine. Should have just went for it. Didn't mash hard enough. That's 2. Darn it. I was a little bit too many milliseconds early. But I get the pattern. Oh no. I panicked. This actually has more leniency than I expected with how those Yashishis are placed and the frequency of them. It's not as scary as I initially thought. Hey, this is easier than the pile driver section for sure. Even if we were to delete those the 1 gaps, this is still easier. This is basically a timing challenge. A pure timing based challenge. But it is basically just count the seconds off, otherwise you die. Really? I'm trying to keep it in my head, but if there was a visual just before it ended, this would be a cinch. And hang on, Jaden. I know you're posting those. I'll read through it fully once I'm done with this section. Again, I keep forgetting that springs don't activate. Like, this is a pure skill test level, just as the title states. Excuse me? Sure. I was that close to the ending, if I remembered my timing right. Like, this is a little bit sneaky because of its positioning. Oh my goodness. This was the urn. Ah, oily time. Alright, let's see what your messages are, Jaden. We talked about the masks. Controls are great. Controls are good, not great. It's fair enough. Thank you for the name of the manga. I'll note it down. RTA Sosha wa Game Sekai Kara Karena. Which, if I remember my Japanese correctly, should translate to the RTA and other... RTA and other game players I can't return from the world? Something? What do you think of your level? It's better than your usual fare, Lauren. More narrative-based, and you've actually stepped up your game with intro stages. Okay, levels go for a quick introductory gimmick, the state revisited alongside previous gimmicks, more complex layouts. Even the game's not as hard as its contemporaries, or what it's based off of, it's still very fun. Even very hard levels aren't that taxing. Yeah, Break Dash should just break the stage, complete this section. Bosses are serviceable. Thank you, Professor Tornado. Hey, Door. Speedrun to return from another world. That works better. I haven't, Door. I may or may not be able to, especially with the levels I have now. Really, Sylv? That is the modest one you've seen? I've already seen much more bizarre things. Oh my goodness. I'll see what I can do. There's 10 levels on the queue. Oh no! I should have held A. Yeah. Wait. Okay. Is this how we're gonna play it? Oh no, this is how we're gonna play. This is how we're gonna play it. We're gonna have to do a switch in midair. And a double jump there. Well, this stage wasn't kidding when I said it was a skill test obstacle course. Even if I were to land on there, I'm gonna die because this doesn't protect me against spikes. Oh boy. I need to initiate the double jump, globule, then go. Of course, I could just stand on the edge, but I don't really have much time to do that. Oh, cool. Wrong way. Yeah, I could do the Mega Ball strategy. Probably could do the same thing on that end, but ceiling. Oh no. Yeah, I think I'll just use the level editor for this point because it's looking like another jump is gonna happen. Okay, go here. Wait, where was I? Okay, here. Okay, go here, make the jump. Jump here after doing a slow ride. Switch between the holding ride to slow down. Oh my goodness. You have to, once you make this turn over here and do a double jump, you have to release it. You have to fire an oil glob here so you can make it up here. Use the ride, then do a jump here. Slow double jump so you can fire it here. Double jump, do this again. Get down here. Squeeze under here. Hold down left to fall in here. That is a brutal section, not gonna lie. And then finally, charge kick. Did we switch characters for this one, or are we still... Yeah, we're still roll. Fine, I'll check how this one looks. Then I'll end off when I think... Oh, I've seen plenty of these sorts of jumps in my past. It's air jumps, isn't it? Not yet, technically. Slow it down so I can reach. I don't want to initiate the air jump there because that'll make me reach my early grave with the bed of spikes. Oh yeah, also too low and dead. I could do a tap jump, but that's also risky with this engine's controller wonkiness. To be fair, most designers don't even know that, Buster. The game doesn't really go out of its way to explain that. How you can perform a double air slide. Like this. If I wasn't able to perform a double ground slide, still, oof, that's tight. I'm doing this because I already spent enough time in the stage. I'm just trying to do my best to sample this part. It's 2 blocks though, it's a 2 block gap, so it's not as bad. Curve around here. Hit this thing, turn back. Hit this turn and turn back. Oh. Oh my, this is the longest section of the bunch. With the curving, twisting and turning. And that takes to the ending where it says, congratulations. Unfortunately, I'm not skilled enough to do this. Okay, I have one suggestion, and it's for one section. Keep all the challenges as they are right now, but remove the 1 gap spikes here and here. They don't add really anything to the section and just slow down the pacing and make it just overly precise of what it's actually trying to do. I know this is a precise pile driver section, but you should focus on aiming the pile driver in the correct spots and bouncing off of it, not making it so you have to tap fall through 2 gaps in order to make it to the best parts of this section. Everything else can be kept the same because it's a very hard skill test. Do I think Nintendo should go back to making a retro DKC game? I don't think it's really necessary. Retro Studios is already on the ball. I will say this, from preliminary shots, Kaze looks visually and aesthetically more interesting than Windswept. Gotcha. Windswept is a lot more advanced in terms of gameplay mechanics. We saw in the secret brutal bonus level that the demo unlocked for us that in the post-game, it expects a lot out of the player. I know people meme about how difficult Bramble Scramble is, / Sticker Boss Symphony. That is basically playing into the popular perception of it because, oh goodness, that is straight up Diet Kaiser Kaizo. Alright, number 3 up is Dungeon 1 Sparrow by PJ the Human, 19 play, score of 6. I'll play Kaze first because Alright, and also hang on. This also has an NSF replacement, so I'll be quiet for the first few moments. Yep, this seems to be based off of the first dungeon from the original Legend of Zelda for the NES. And the music's a lot better than the stage, oh my goodness. Who made the original song, by the way? Who composed it? Okay. One-way doors. Perfect. Not so perfect, realizing that I can't actually reach that without a ladder. Need the blue key. Well, unlike Zelda, keys are actually color-coded. Or color-specific. So, to the right. And this dungeon is a lot more linear, I'd say. Okay, that leads back down. There's the thing I need. Iron Warriors, I've heard, is pretty awesome. Pushing the Mushu formula further. Or Musu. Zelda RPG... Action RPG or turn-based? Because I know the mainline series has been adopting more and more RPG elements. Ironically, Breath of the Wild and Age of Calamity feel more like open world RPGs more than some actual open world RPGs. Oops. I was worried that was gonna happen once. Oh, darn it. You see the problem? Okay, a word of advice to level creator, to PJ, please put 2 checkpoints at that section, so if you activate it and come back here, you can reactivate it. I completely disagree at that point, Buster. I don't think that, that allegory does not hold up. Like, one of my favorite genres is action RPGs. So yeah, please put 2 checkpoints next time, PJ, so if you come back here, you'll always reset instead of having to recollect the crash bomb every single time. I don't consider Mario & Luigi an action RPG. What I consider Mario & Luigi is a turn-based... It's mainly a turn-based... Well, that's the funny thing. So let's move back a bit, and let's do these in order. What do we consider Paper Mario? Paper Mario I consider to be a 3D turn-based JRPG with platformer elements. You have action command, sure, but you can't just completely avoid a lot of attacks, or all attacks. With the Mario and Luigi RPG series, you can theoretically avoid you can actually avoid every single attack an enemy throws at you. At the same time, however, battles follow a turn-based format. It's just that when it's your turn, you have a lot of freeform stuff. I guess the best way of saying it is it's turn-based with action command. I guess the best way of describing both games is that they're turn-based with action commands. However, one has a much broader definition of action commands and action gameplay. Super Mario RPG is not the original Paper Mario, but it was the first Mario RPG. And Paper Mario is the spiritual successor to Super Mario RPG. Well, one of them. Oh, hey Castlevania. Wait, you can? In battle? Oh yeah, the Super Guard. I thought the Super Guard only acts like, okay, I thought the Super Guard only doubles your defense. What else does it do? In what? Excuse me? Infinity defense? No wonder why it's frame perfect, because that's insane. Well, okay, I say it's insane because Paper Mario is not usually built... Paper Mario, from what I come to expect, is not built around the player being able to deflect or be able to mitigate every single attack 100%. Mario and Luigi, sure, but Paper Mario, no. And the fact it also counts as counter is even... Keep in mind, in Mario & Luigi series, dodging and countering aren't necessarily the same. Dodging and countering at different timings. So the fact it counts as both, even if it's frame perfect, is kind of crazy. Okay, So in a way, perfect dodging or perfect pairing in that game is stronger than Mario and Luigi. So in a way, Super Mario RPG is original, I guess, if we're talking about spiritual success. Okay. At least in terms of the Mario franchise, Super Mario RPG has two spiritual successors which take the RPG formula in different directions. We have Paper Mario, which it feels like a more straight-up successor. And then there's Mario & Luigi RPG, which is also a successor but experiments more with the formula. Also, Guard and Super Guard are different buttons. Okay, so that makes it a bit harder. So if you screw up the Super Guard, and, for example, guard too early, you won't be able to block their damage at all. So there is more punishment for that. I was thinking guard and super guard had the same button. That's fair. Then the fact it has a lot more defense is fair. It's just I'm not sure if I put it in infinity. Or, okay, or make it infinity, but don't counter. without a badge. Okay, as for the stage, the PJ, great music. Stage is just an okay adaptation of first dungeon from Zelda. Please fix the checkpointing though. Board up is Deep Platform version 2 by Nuclear Stomp. 24 play, score of 9. Alright, this is time for a basic stage. Ow, didn't want a hug from you, Tiger. Oh, I can guess. Oh gosh, multi-hit. I don't know. When I eventually play Thousand-Year-Old Door, either the original or remake, I'm mostly gonna focus on guards. I don't know if I'll do super guard that much. You know my experience with timings. And in Paper Mario, losing 1 or 2 HP is a lot more dangerous. Especially also considering my inventory size is a lot more limited, so I can't just spam healing. I can... For easy ones, sure, I'll go for them. I saw your message, Jaden. Give me a moment. Ooh, that route. Pretty short, that route. Hang on a moment. I need to think of this situation. Okay, let's actually think about this. What is Battle Network? Like, okay, what I consider to be... Let's start with Battle Network as that's the one I played. Ah, Brush Coil. No, doggy. Alright, can't go there. Battle Network in my mind is a collectible card game, is an action RPG collectible card game. Like, you basically have RPG progression, but done in the way as a collectible card game. And it is also sort of turn-based, but it's more like phases. Ow. Rise, my snake army. Let the skulls go. Even though this is going to be more of a basic stage, it's not messing around. Ow. Got hugged by that thing. There's going to be a tiger soon. See? Oh no. That was the price for not going for that E-tank. The red key, I mean. Very carefully inch forward. Legs a goal, Lan. Battle Network is kind of interesting because they're in a subset of action RPG crossover with collectible card games that very few other games try to replicate or match. Like, I guess you can consider them to be collectible card game action battlers. Hang on a second, Jaden. I'm compiling a list in my mind, but first I need to finish the stage. I make a distinction between regular card games and action card games like Battle Network because, for example, in the Pokemon TCG, you're not playing cards on an active basis. When I say active basis, I mean in real time. It's always turn-based. Oh. Okay, here it is. Wow, that's actually a cool way of having a dynamic arena. Nicely done, Nuclear. It was from Yana Sisters. Composer was PhD. Original by... I know basic stage, but it did a decent job with those basic mechanics. Oh yeah, you were asking what my favorite action RPG is? Looking back, for the one I've played and went all the way to the end, that'd probably be Seiken Densetsu 3, or Legend of Holy Sword 3, or localized as Trials of Mana. See, the thing is, most of the action RPGs I've actually played, if I consider it, because of how long I spent on they're basically flash games. So it also includes stuff like the second Sonic game. No, not Sonny, Sinjid, sorry. Same, sorry, starting with the first letter. Yeah, thank you for calling me out on that. Yeah, Sonny 2 is a turn-based. I meant to say Sinjid 2. Gosh, there's another one which is escaping my mind right now. Let's see if I can figure out the name. Oh yeah, no actually, that's turn-based. I was gonna say epic battle fantasy, then I realized, hey, hang on, wait. Another classic would probably be Feudalism 2 from the Flash game era, although it was kind of unbalanced. It was pretty fun to break around with. I was also going to say Ground, but that's in its own category and I actually already covered it. The other thing is, what size usually considered action RPGs was a lot broader than what I consider to be actually action-based, because a bunch of them were just basically turn-based RPGs where the turns went by really quickly, or basically had ATB combat. See, I would also point out stuff like the Tales series or Star Ocean, but I haven't really fully played them because, you know, I skipped down those console generations, and I ain't going to be rectifying that. And if you were to ask Jay Butters, they'd probably say Kingdom Hearts 2. I would not recommend the From Software Souls-like as the first time, no. Even Elden Ring, the easiest one of the bunch, that has its own expectations that may be rough for new players, not just in terms of difficulty, but the fact that it's open world-ish. But yeah, point taken. It's also kind of difficult to make more complex games with Flash, especially in that era, unless you're going to late. And, really my bread and butter even growing up was platformers and such, and shooters to a certain degree. Anyways, fifth up is MMR2 Wily Safari Fortress 2, Defense Chamber, Pilot Patio, Stay One Play, score 19. Oh no, I'm not calling you bad. I'm just saying, are you experienced enough with action combat, 3D action combat games? Let me rephrase that. Gotcha. Alright, you can do it. Oh wait, you played Gothic? Well, good for you. When I tried playing it when I was much younger, it did not work on my system at all due to some weird reasons. Oh, I see it. Gothic's actually quite interesting. It's one of those games where I'd recommend, if you're gonna play it nowadays, please play with some mods and maybe a slight guide. It's very Eurojanky. Like, it has a lot of cool ideas, but oh gosh, it is kind of buggy and confusing. So kind of is an understatement. It really depends if you're interested in CRPGs. Which I need to defend, which I need to define as well. Oops. Yeah, that's what. You're right, Buster. Oh no, J-Butters, it's worse. At least with almost every KH game after 2, you can actually just play it on your own time, and even if you don't understand the story, you can still beat it. With Gothic, if you don't have a guide, you can end up screwing up so much that the game becomes almost impossible to beat. Or you can end up making the experience extremely hard by a complete accident. I know I criticize the KH series for a lot of things, but one thing's for certain, they actually play-test it so it's beatable consistently. Like, it tries to be player-friendly. Oops. Darn it, no checkpoint yet. Yep, that sounds like Eurojank plus that sounds like a Eurojank CRPG. Exactly what I expect. Take one wrong step and get mobbed to shred by extremely elite enemies. Or if you haven't played the game before and are not using a guide, end up screwing up your character so much that you die to level 5 enemies very easily. Or, if you don't back up your save regularly, you can end up getting your save file corrupted for random reasons. Or soft-locking yourself. No. The one mod I recommend installing would be the compatibility mod with modern systems. That is almost mandatory. But if you really want to dive in, sure. But please back up your saves. This section in particular is really tough. Like, with the gories and everything. Alright, shield. I wouldn't mind it so much if the gories didn't really exist here, or I had one more life pickup. I don't even have E-tanks to start out with, by the way. Also, I didn't refill my energy. Good. Alright, here we go again. Yeah, I prefer the 8th one. Okay, did better this time. Welp. I'm dead now. Please, Lepandio, just give me life pickups next time. The game seems to be no, saying no in terms of life pickups. Also, if I don't have special weapons, this boss becomes basically unbeatable. Yeah, I'm really not liking the starting section. Or better yet, where's the Yoshishi? Like, on other stages you give me Yoshishis and now you don't. Like, if this is really the start of the stage, just give me that. Okay, I'll try running past it then. Too slow. Yeah, too much damage. Ooh, Sekiro. Sekiro is actually one of From Software's harder titles, by the way. Now you wanted to do a tap jump, of course it says no. If I keep getting stuck here, I'm just gonna use the level editor. This is not fun. I'm just gonna put it out there. Getting stuck here for 7 minutes, not making progress because not enough health. Alright, they don't lock the boss gate, so we'll try it. Oh, thank you. See, this whole yeah, I trimmed down this section. Wrong move again. I am well aware of how rhythm-based combat Nine Souls is, just like Sekiro. I can't really confirm or deny if it's harder. Oh good, the game actually decides to drop me a large life pickup. Where were you for the last half of the stage? That's the other problem with... That's more of the engine deciding to be, nope, let's not actually have a good drop rates. Alright, we're back here, let's screw ups. Okay, now that I'm nearly at full health, I can make it past this section at last. Wait, no checkpoint still? Are you freaking kidding me? Okay, deflect the balls. Oh no, this is gonna be scary. Probably should have copy visioned this, but okay. Okay, Where is the checkpoint, La Patio? Again, this is really bizarre because they're usually good at making checkpoints, and now this stage is lacking it. Again, this would have been caught with playtesting. Okay. I wasn't sure if it was gonna pull off the drill. Oh my goodness, here it is! What I would do is either put more life pickups or put a checkpoint in the middle of that, because those enemies are durable and hard to dodge, especially as Proto Man, even with his shield. And also, put a Yishishi at the start of the stage. Their absence doesn't really make sense for if it's really at the start. Like, okay, don't put a Yoshishi in the second checkpoint, but the first one there, it should have one. Okay, this is how we're doing this. Okay, I'm just happy I made it past that first section after 11 minutes. It's not even the instant amount of instant death, it's the fact that enemies are durable and really hard to dodge. Nice. Ice Wall being the GOAT. No, darn it. No! Didn't realize I forgot that Charge Kick does not break through stone walls. And of course, to add insult to injury, there's that there. There's an alternate way of doing this. Let's try it. Okay, let's see, Charge Kick. Got it. And go. My problem with this stage, thank you for dropping it, Vic, is that it needs more life pickups and one more checkpoint. I don't mind the actual difficulty of this, but it really needs better checkpoint density because, again, in the Patty's previous stages, some of the sections are even more brutal than this in terms of spikes, but they had many more checkpoints. The problem with this stage is it wasn't really play tested enough. Like, many of these problems would have been caught that way. That's my issue. And go. Don't have enough time to actually switch that. So, I know exactly what to do. Well, the problem is there's this gyre spawner at the end, so that's kind of difficult. But okay, we'll try it. Ready, go! Alright. Wrong weapon, because I forgot Drill Bomb blows us up. Go me. I just find the stage very draining, especially at the start. I know the Patty Slayer is difficult, but this is not really the fun kind. Okay, go. This time we're in. Oh yeah, how's the progress on your web manga going? I've been meaning to ask that. If I can just get to the left side, I'll be a lot safer. Oh no. Of course, I can also just... well... Well, that's the worst way of doing that. And of course... Okay, the checkpoint placement is now suddenly what it's supposed to be. Okay, almost made it. See, even this escape sequence is easier than before. Just keep going. Those sections act like reset points for this. The funny thing, J-Botters, is that the second section's checkpoint placement, I actually agree with. Like, it's about three sections long before we hit the checkpoint, but it's a lot more fair compared to what happened in the first section, which was way more brutal with the enemy placements. Again, if the enemies were less durable or less dangerous, and the areas you fought them are much more open, it wouldn't be so much of an issue. Or if I had an E-tank. Okay, if I just use a shine at the end, it'll work too. Do I have charge kick for this? Nope, of course. Shine it is. Yeah. Also, more Yashishis please, or at least more specific ones. especially for some of the previous sections. If I were forced to do them completely Buster only, that would be even a bigger nightmare. Ah! I should have just shined there. Let's see, you plan to put pen to paper in March, then you'll be getting your hands on a new drawing tablet then. Until then, probably writing scripts. Nope, that's not an option, but it gives me dash jump. Should have just damage boosted. Well, at least I reset that. Ah, foot got caught. Still less frustrating than the start of the stage, to be honest. Like, I'd be a lot more positive of the stage if the first section didn't exist. And no charge kick for me, it's probably restricted anyways. Yeah, it is restricted. The Patty knew if I could just charge kick through this to completely break the challenge. Not helped by the fact that you can only take 4 hits from the floating mines. Do so. Okay, just damage booster that mine. I'm simply not fast enough without tassing. That's 3 more hits left. Go, go, go! Oh, it's 2 more. Tengu slides? Okay. Okay, I have to do it in the... If I'm gonna do Tengu jumps like that, it should be near the end where it resets. Because of these lines, they've forced it to catch up. Right, that. Also, my Tengu Blade energy does not restore itself, so this is intended to be done with the Buster only and maybe Shine. FYI. Oh cool, I tap jumped too much. Alright, I just need the damage boost off the last one, that's it. Stage done. I say stage done even though there's a boss fight here because the boss fight is a lot easier than the actual stage itself. Simple, Lepanyu is a popular level creator and multiple streamers play their levels, including myself. This is one of those levels where the first section did not get play tested enough. I'm gonna say that. If I added one or two more checkpoints to the first section, or just completely excised it, immediately the stage would be a lot better. I'm sorry, that is the hardest part of the stage. This one is difficult, sure, but this section is difficult too as well, but for a different reason. And honestly, it's also a lot more consistent of what you have to do. Alright, let's do this. We're gonna deflect? We can deflect. You may think I'm resetting a lot for this boss. I've reset it over 3,000 times for the outer sections. You know what would make this stage worse? If Proto Man took double damage. Mercifully, he takes normal amounts of damage. And for once, I have 4 E-tanks. Excuse me? Really? Where's the second phase? I know I could use Shine as well. I'm just doing it the intended way. You know what the funny thing about the boss fight is? And I'm gonna be nicer here. They gave me 4 E-tanks to find a boss in one phase where we just have to reflect the projectile back at it. Which may seem difficult except that, well, there are several safe spots to do that. Relatively safe spots. With only a few intrusions that break the safety. I would have loved to have at least 1 or 2 of those E-tanks at the start of the stage. That's what I really needed, not at the boss fight. Like, even compared to Lepandu's usual fare, it's... eh. So as it stands right now, sorry about all the ranting for the first 12 minutes. I don't really like the stage overall. First section needs more checkpoints, or ease up on the durable enemies. I'm just lucky that I was actually able to beat it without having to resort to the level editor. Oh, what's the music about? That's Mega Man 10's Wily Fortress boss team. Keep up on the grind, said Buster. But yes, to close off an earlier conversation, I will eventually play the original Dark Souls, well, and probably Demon Souls as well through emulation, just to see what all these indie Souls-likes are pulling from. Just like how I'll eventually fully beat Super Metroid and Symphony of the Night to see what Metroidvanias pull from. And during my Boomer Shooter marathon, my retro/boomer shooter/classic FPS marathon, the original Doom games to see what the indie FPSs pull from. Alright, be right back in a moment. Back I am, but before I continue, one note. About the hack and slashers you mentioned, J-Butters, that is actually such a broad category, I'll need to subdivide it. Like, are we talking about dungeon crawler hack and slashers, Muso game? I mean, you know, Muso games may be one thing I may be interested in. I'll make a note down for that. Again, there is a dozen video game franchises I do want to sample eventually, and Devil May Cry is one of them, because it does affect two of the games I want to cover on my Boomer Shooter marathon. Anyways, we're fully back, and let's move on to Jedok's level. 6th off is Plague Acid Vom by Jedok74, 46 plays, score 24. Maybe Boomer Shooters is not exactly the right name, but retro FPS, classic FPS, indie FPS, etc, etc. Enough, Proto Man, let's do someone else. Oh yeah, and I know Buster said that Serious Sam and Painkiller will be part of that. As a reminder and refresher, especially to those who came late in the stream, tonight I'll return to Eden Genesis. It probably will be a shorter stream. Tomorrow morning, Partners in Time, and tomorrow evening, if all goes well, return to Snow Bros Wonderland. That game's a blast in co-op. Well, as long as things permit. Again, I would have covered Snow Bros Wonderland in the morning if the rest of my friends were actually able to participate in morning. Right, laser that beam. I know just the way to get it past it. And now the game has gone more generous with its pickups again. Go figure. I thought these were conveyor belts for a moment. That was 3. 1, 2, 3. Aw, damage is back down. Rip. Rip double damage, break dash. Wart. Uh-oh. Thank you for your short review of Kaze and the Wild Mask, Jaden. I'll be looking forward to playing that game. You know, I need to comprise a list of games I do want to cover this year, other than the ones I'm already doing. Oh yes, this week I started releasing the edited versions of the Code Bunny Let's Play. I'm not going to conclude the Let's Play at the end of this week though, it's only going to go into hiatus. Because I know for a fact in a few months there'll be a major update to Code Bunny released that is going to expand the story quite a bit. So I will have to return to that. No, that's literally what I needed. Perfect! Thank you! Right. You're welcome, Jaden. Even if I don't directly respond, I read your comments and reviews. And if I had more time, I'd be covering more titles on a more regular basis. I know in February I do want to do a Flash game voting gauntlet. I've been meaning to do it for a while, but it got pushed back for various reasons. Like, top 2 or top 3 Flash games will get covered. Yeah, tile work. Janak is always go to tile work. And yeah, before I get to Path of the Midnight Sun, I'm gonna finish Eden Genesis first. Ouch. Still worked. According to my save file, Eden Genesis is 52% complete. I have to talk with the Keymaster tonight, and there's at least 3 more worlds left. Right. Oh yes! I found the strategy. The anti-donuts. G freaking G! Well, suddenly Plague and Acid failed. 7th up is Ultra Carrier 2 Colossus Factory by Sunflower Zumaril. 12 plays, score -4. I know I got a negative score, but let's see if I actually agree with why. Well, I know there's 3 more worlds left in that game, so I'm kind of approaching endgame. I need to get to the hospital, the Matrix, and the core. Not to mention I missed a few floppies here and there. We tango jumping? Oh. Oh! If I use Tango Jump, it'll open up these things, I think. Magnet Beam equals 28. I don't have Magnet Beam, though. Well, it gave me that. Well, it's one of the things that Mega Man can have, so... there's one more stage after this, I'll take a look. Indeed. Apparently I can manipulate weapon energy of weapons I don't have and can't have right now, because... Or don't have. I didn't know you could do that, actually. And I know the previous screen used both the Tango Jump and Magnet Beam. Goodbye. Oh, of course. Hi, Magflies. Oh gosh. Oh! Oh my goodness, this stage is going further with the mechanic than I expected. You're basically using it as a toggle switch. Using the special weapons I don't necessarily have access to as toggle switches, that's actually pretty cool. Okay. Like, this is a pretty non-conventional use of mechanics. Good on you. Squish. Don't do it that way. Now you have me interested. Squish. Not just charge kick storing, but weapon storing in general. Okay. So yeah, I didn't even need to interact with the ceiling there. That's my bad. Eep! Her leg got caught. It's only using 2 weapons to accomplish this too. Okay, that's that. I thought for a moment that was solid. I think this is building up to something more advanced. Switch blocks have hitboxes, and being able to touch them with your body is a massive difference. Especially when they're just 2 completely different switches now. Like, the switches are usually just red. When I hit a red switch, it turns blue, and if I hit a blue one, red. Here, these are 2 completely separate ones. So you have a total of 4 possible states. Potentially. I see turning on and off the lava. Using this is basically a makeshift toggle. You know... Nah. Down. Oh shoot. I should have just rushed forward. Yeah, we really need more colors for the switch blocks. Like, I'm okay with keeping red, blue, but can we have stuff like green, yellow, pink, purple, black, white? So it can have different switches interacting with different things, increase the total number of potential states. Like, we got different colored keys. Let's add different colored switches to the mix. I know, I'm not really doing this the optimal way, but unlike the patio stage, I'm having fun. It's a reasonable challenge. Wish. Ah, that's what's happening. Brush. Where's the save spot? I just want at least 2 alt color combinations. Like, trees should be good enough for most situations, as that allows for 8 total possible combos. Wow. Cross the pit before they go down. So green, yellow, black, white, maybe pink, purple if you want to push it. That's a spot. I need to test that. Like the one on the third foot holder. Okay, that's what I want to check. Yeah, I'm safe. That's what I wanted to know. That also includes the one on the right end, too. Let's go! As well as the acid hover. Neat section. I just panicking a bit too much. Ooh. Interesting. Ah, pfft. Well, that was rude. I made it to that section only to die right there. Usually I prefer to put a checkpoint both before and after the mid-boss. Especially when instant death is involved. Because I didn't notice the spawner was right over there. No, what happened, Jaden, is that I didn't even see the spawner correctly. That's one thing about the spawners in general about the blocks. I tend to mix them up with the environment if they don't really stand out. Okay, stand here. Of course, easy strategy won't work. Okay, where am I safe? That's gonna be risky. What if? Oh yeah, the other problem, notice where they are relative to the health bar. There's a... It kind of gets obscured by the two bosses, by the way, so that's the other reason I didn't notice it. Anyway, it's blocked, and I got Tango to help. Alright, checkpoint. Let's go. I know I kinda cheesed the fight because I used the BHB, but even then, that is a very tricky encounter, especially with instant death there. If I were designing this boss and kept everything as such, I would have put a checkpoint before as well. I know many players would fall to that. I know I did, but for a different reason. I have enough. Peace for everyone. Do I want that? I mean, sure, let's go for it. Oh. Oh. I thought I was gonna just block the path back, not just create the platform. Well, that was a bit of an unexpected moment, that's why I moved back. Of course, this means this time I can grab this E. Delicious. Yeah. This is a difficult stage that's more in line with my skill level and is a lot less frustrating. The telefrag aside. It is an endgame stage, sure, but like compared to something by the patio that we saw, a lot more feasible. I forgot that this is not a grabber hover. This is the regular hover. That's all on me. I was paying too much attention to chat and that killed me again. Yeah, I confused it with the gray variant. One of the few times the dodge roll actually came in handy. Incredible. Oh no, wait. Activated. Ooh. You know, the acid makes this easier, because the spikes are now less likely to kill me. I'm so worried to see it turn out something like a patio stage, but it isn't. This is actually fun overall. Difficult, but enjoyable. This also could be replicated with 2 toggle switches, but as you know, this engine doesn't have that yet. Please fix. Please add devs. You know, playing as role was actually one of the better options for this stage, considering some of the challenges. Although it does cause an issue with the first mid-boss, but I can make do. Wow, this stage actually has more than non-zero uses for the dodge roll that work. Alright, the reason why this stage got a negative score. Let's do this. First part is very easy. Alright, now we're inside the machine itself. Tearing apart its innards. Oh, you put per boss checkpoints, thank you! That's very kind. Just one. Alright, we're back outside. This would be a challenge if I was this would be some of the challenge if I was playing as anyone other than Roll. Uh-oh. Switching directions of the magnetic pole. Help. Is there a better way I can do this? This is where the dodge roll becomes kind of an issue because I can't overpower it now. Do you see the issue? If I could just continuously roll, no problem. But now, unless Tango can do something, this is all the weapons I have. I can't Sunflora, I have the dodge roll. That has the cooldown. See, I'm mashing the slide button. See, here's the thing. With roll, you have an option of two different types of rolls. The regular roll, which can be spammed like a slide, and the dodge roll, which allows you to activate some iframes to dodge enemy attacks, but the price is that you can't spam it. You didn't know that? Okay, let's fix that part then. And yeah, if you have a part which is unbeatable with a character and you can't just switch the character, that is a downvote. I mean, the other characters can get past that section, namely because they can spam their slide. If I could just turn that off, it'd also be fine, but yeah, this is why you play through the stage at least once as every possible character. Excuse me? The funny thing is, this is one of those stages where the dodge roll actually came in handy a few times. But, this happened then. You know what the funny thing is? And I said this before. When a character has a unique ability, whether it be the Charge Shot for Mega Man, the Proto Strike for Proto Man, or the Double Jump for Base, they are straight upgrades. They're not side grades. They just confer straight up benefits. With Roll's dodge roll, however, the special ability she gets has basically a side/downgrade. No other character has that limitation. Like, sure, Proto Man has a double damage, but that's not really an upgrade, that's just a penalty. So why does Roll have to go through that penalty? Like, why do we have to balance Roll like that when her brothers don't have to worry about that? And keep in mind, it's not like something you can switch on and off. Like, okay, I'd be fine with that I'd be fine with that downside if I could toggle the dodge roll on and off, but I can't. Yeah, bottom one, getting there. Okay. Deleted. Problem solved. See, now I can make it, no prob. Well, what are you talking about, Jen Hawk? Oh, time limit. Yeah, or just use Charge Kick, which has many more practical uses, which has every single use of the dodge roll, but even better, you know, if that electric generator wasn't there, I could have beaten the stage's roll no problem. GG. But going back to what you're saying, Jay Butters, because that's important. Charge Kick has every single functionality dodge roll, but none of the downsides. Not only does it give you iframes on demand, and yes, this includes spikes, it also gives the ability to perform an air jump. Also, you can spam it, as long as you have weapon energy. Also, thanks to an oversight, if you initiate the charge kick on ground and go into air, you can do it twice. I know I'm criticizing this because it just feels like this criticism of dodge roll is more on the devs because, again, her brothers don't suffer the same downside. Yeah, just remove the dodge roll for roll and that fix it. I actually like playing as roll thanks to her melee abilities. But that's the one stinging thing that doesn't make sense to me. And there are ways to fix the dodge roll to actually make it more sensible. Like Buster has raised the thought of give the dodge roll its own separate cooldown, the dodging part of the roll. Like the dodge roll will work like every X seconds that you perform the dodge roll, it'll activate the iframes on demand, but when it's cooling down, it reverts to being a regular roll, like the slides her brother has access to. Do it like that way, immediate fix. Alright, one last stage to close off the stream. Let's hope it's easier. So the 8th and final level of the stream is Thanks for 2024 by T-Prof. 23 play score of 2. Oh boy. Uh-oh. I don't have time, Door. There's only 5 minutes. There are only 10 minutes left in the stream. Make it 15. Sorry. Next time, sure. I'll bump up your level to being one of the first ones. Or earliest ones. I can stretch it to about 20 minutes more, but no more than that. And that's a Obama's pet, Joy. Oh yeah, to those who are going to be attending the evening stream, I will warn you, it's going to be shorter than usual. Yeah, sometimes it happens when you have difficult stages like Nervin and Lepatios. I actually have more issues with Lepatios levels than Nervin, even though Nervin's level was, by all definitions, much harder. Like, it's gonna be a 1 hour to 9 minute stream, give or take. I want that checkpoint. No, about an hour. As opposed to 2 hours to 2.5 hours. The extra length stream will be on Sunday evening. Down. That's how water works. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Caught by the water. Yeah, that stream was fun for a variety of reasons. Let's hope we don't have crazy latency for Jordan this time around. We believe we fixed that problem. Okay. Just making sure. Ouch. No. Yeah, this jump. Don't really like these. I couldn't damage boost it, but low health warning. Next time, damage boosting. Lesson learned. Snowbro's Wonderland, to be specific. Hit me, please. Thanks. Wait, what? The phoenixes aren't mandatory? Right, it's not a door. Now, speaking of mandatory mid-bosses, who are pretty easy. Double E tank? That's kinda concerning. No, I'm not falling for that, right? Not now, at least. Into the fortress, and whoa, I was shoved like that. Easy. Now it's on the hard part. I'm getting flashbacks to that part of the patio stage. Oh no! Nuts. This is a solid gimmick moment. And I like how most of the stages in 11 have mid-bosses. Actually, scratch that, did all the stages in 11 have mid-bosses? Like, did Frigid Man... Not Frigid... Every Iron level had mid-bosses. Good. Tundra Man, sorry. Sorry, the dream I had in the morning was kind of crazy with what was happening. I'll never future tree the real. But yeah, every mid-boss, every stage having a mid-boss is something I agree with. It adds to the game. It adds to the experience. Also helps with telegraphing the actual boss's weakness, because every mid-boss shares their. Because every stage mini-boss shares the boss's weakness. Okay. Cool. This is Farewell to 2024. I'm not getting the references to this. What makes me worried is that this stage took Marino 22 minutes to beat for some reason, and Mega Marino is a better Mega Man player than I am. Yeah, that could work. I feel many mid-bosses could work in Maker. Yeah, same Jaden. I mean, same Jedok. Regarding nothing. Up and at him. Right now, this feels like a collection of level sections. 8 has a lot of mid-bosses too, doesn't it? Oh, 5. Yeah, in terms of mid-bosses, 11 has beat out pretty much all the rest. Which of the Mega Man games has the second most number of mid-bosses? I'm curious at that. It is possible to reach that. Shrimp. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's not actually... Those aren't actually spikes. Like, I'm very curious. No water for you, Mats. Get used to it. I don't really get the true line behind this stage without some more context. Like, it just feels like a random selection of different level teams back to back. They're fine to go through, but it feels kind of rompy. It doesn't feel like the stage has a... I keep coming back to this word, true line. Or a better way to say it is continuity, like, what are we even doing here? Is this an obstacle course stage or something? One sec. That's why I don't really have a good basis of how close I am to the end or not. Guts hover. There you are. I don't get why it took a Marino 21 minutes to beat this stage. What happened? Were they doing it under some constraints? Oh. I can't chase it that way. Oh my gosh. Probably an alternate route. Yeah, I'm looking at WebMega's website. It said Mega Marino's best run was 21 minutes and 25 seconds with 11 deaths. So I'm really confused. Why did it take so long? I know Marino's more skilled than I am, and this stage wasn't really that hard or tricky. So I'm guessing there had to be an alternate route somewhere, or they're running on some constraints. Otherwise, it doesn't. Something's not adding up. Anyways, that's the last stage. So overall, of the 8 levels I covered in today's morning stream, my favorite one would be Plague Acid Vom by Jedok74, with an honorable mention going to Deep Platform V2 by Nuclear Stomp. Unfortunately, this week's levels are kind of more on the meh side of things. So, meh at best, or at worst, frustrating. But overall, sometimes this happens. Ideally, next week will be better. If I get around to streaming that. Alright then, with that out of the way, let's quickly do the art showcase. I'm running over my allotted time, so I'm gonna do an animation a bit later. Let's see, how long is this? Well, let's see. 15 to... It's 2 minutes, It's nicely done, I've seen it before, but eh. Moral of the story here, folks. Unless your stage is very specifically designed around the dodge roll, don't use it. And most stages aren't. Alright, from Devil's Advocate, aka Power Simplified, Russian Christmas, Dr. Kozak and his daughter Kalinka. Proportions are nice. Characters are recognizable. With a pencil sketch like this, nicely done. I'm not really much of an art critic, so I can't really help you too much with, especially, pencil sketch works like this. He's back, and he still wants his hands. Oh my. He really got a buff. Obligatory MM2 wood joke goes here. He sees you. Oh, wait. Okay, Buster. 1 has 0 mid-bosses, 2 has 2, 3 has 3, technically 4, 4 has 4, 5 has 1? I am actually surprised 5 has 1. 6 has 3, 7 has 7, 8 has 5, 9 has 4, 10 has 4, 11 has 8. That is pretty surprising. I totally neglected that 7 has the second highest. I would also say to check how much end base has, but we'll say that for a later date. Oh yeah, the giant squid. Octopus. In any case, thank you all for watching. This concludes the art showcase. Thank you to everyone who either submitted your level, submitted your art, or simply participated in chat. It's thanks to your continued support why I continue to produce new content for the channel. It's really appreciated. So, if you're enjoying this or any other piece of content on the channel, please rate, comment, favorite, and or subscribe, as they all help it out. And don't forget to follow me on Mastodon and Blue Sky as well, and join my Discord server, as I regularly post updates there. thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you all later.